Oh, not first cousins or anything like that.
아, 삼촌. 아, 뭔 소린가 했네.
You're a Trevelyan, however, and somewhere in dank nethers of my family tree, there was also a Trevelyan. Perhaps he was even the one who ventured to Ostwick to establish the branch. We are talking long ago, of course.
우리 여전히 이거 뭐야 이 번역 누가 했어? 썸 타는 거야라니.
I'd rather we weren't related. That might make flirting awkward.
Depends on which branch of the family you come
세상에.
from. Regardless, I think we're still good to go. By at least 3 ages.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion, too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are 2 different things.
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient.
히.
Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. And most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. Very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
I find it strange that your mages don't rule anything at all. Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soparati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy
이게
words.
뭔 소리야?
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule, then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, the potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
저런.
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing?
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
But let me ask you something else.
Of course.
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah, that is true.
And did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
You think slaves like it that way? Don't be ridiculous.
I didn't say they like it. It's all most of them know. In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven.
완전
The desperate
저런
have no way out.
제국은 노예가
Back home,
너무
a
당연한
poor man can
거였네.
sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
Is that what you call it? Treated poorly?
Abuse heaped upon those without power isn't limited to Tevinter, my friend. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine?
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
So the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium?
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I share your opinion, actually.
That's not surprising, considering what the Inquisition represents. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry,
어머, 나를
but I
믿는다고?
believe in you.
In me.
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
You don't seem like the religious sort, to be honest.
If you define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live, then no. If you define it as believing in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means. The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe, but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
길다란 대화였어.
You know where I'll be.
에스프레소는 아니겠죠? 맞나? 표정이 왜 저래?
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
But you don't need anything from anyone. You're known for that.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
I'd be happy to help. What did these mages use to capture your friend? Blood magic?
A summoning circle, I would imagine.
I'm sorry?
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
I thought spirits wanted to find their way into this world.
Some do, certainly. Just as many Orlesian peasants wish they could journey to exotic Rivain. But not everyone wants to go to Rivain. My friend is an explorer, seeking lost wisdom and reflecting it. It would happily discuss philosophy with you, but it had no wish to come here physically.
Do you have any idea what the mages want with your friend?
No. It knows a great deal of lore
릴리
and
하나
history,
끝났네.
but a mage could learn that simply by speaking to it in the Fade. It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
All right. Let's go get your friend.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map. Hello. Goodbye. Inquisitor.
Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have.
좋아. 전문가들이 왔군요. 궁수는 보통 어떤 걸로 전직해야 좋나요? 뭐가 있지? 물약 쓰는 애랑 나머지 둘을 모르겠네. 나 도적은 세라만 해봐가지고.
You're the Inquisitor, hmm? On it. Don't ruin it.
템페스트?
By pretending to something you're not. If you want... Your people asked for an artificer. My name is Three Eyes.
Thank you for coming.
Enough of that. The artificer builds for battle. We survive through detail. What some forget is that artifice, not artistry.
아,
sets a
세라스키
better
템페스트.
standard. Save the soul.
그쵸. 그게
You don't want to love your toys so much
사기라면서요.
that you're picking rivets
물약
off the
만들고
field.
막 하는 게.
Make us need some distance.
근데
Dignity.
단검 쓰는 캐릭터 아니에요?
Do you make showpieces like Varric's crossbow Bianca?
I know both names.
And?
He holds it too tightly. Things are things. If a trap saves your life, do you thank it or your hard work? I don't teach vanity pieces. I show you how to survive.
What makes this better than other disciplines?
아, 활도 가능해요?
Nothing beats the preparation of a
근데
good trap. Let a
그
child brush about.
필살기
I
스킬이
know where
단검
my
스킬
enemy
아니야?
is forced to be. That look in their eyes when they know we control, we shape, we command. The fool who fights the...
I'm ready to...
You need tools. Here are instructions to follow. If you...
This is a fine fortress.
아티피셜?
It's
아티피셜
very
뭐예요?
quiet. I wonder if you tire of... I am keen, Inquisitor. I bring the maelstrom, the tempest.
I'm ready to give your tool...
Your full attention. They say you're in charge. That's how you create victory. You may think you now lead, but when you're the Tempest, you're someone to follow.
Is this a magical talent? Or a study in brewing elixirs?
쿨감 패시. 오.
No, Inquisitor, I will not assign a
그
certain
아티피셜
reading
할까?
list or instruct the basics of brew. Let your people do the preparation. I teach how to survive what...
베릭 전문화요?
What do you mean by smash a glass?
I mean exactly that.
Like potion?
Battle is no
이게
time.
템페스트구나.
It makes a mess, Inquisitor. That appeal.
Why would this...
It suits you if you... The enemy will know you're coming. The Tempest leaps where they shouldn't. And
Is your name...
should it be torn? Tempest. Let your enemies make those mistakes and pay them.
I'm not signing on as a Tempest just yet.
I received a bird. It had a note.
You're here...
Ah, that is... Perhaps he wishes to walk childish notions. The profession of us.
Your profession?
Really? Let me first say he does not want to. Such are the weapons of... Let
뭐
me next...
암살자인가 보네.
Our way is between life and death.
Is there a danger?
There is no... He may come to see others as mere things.
I know of the Antivan.
They are servants. I am a trainer. That is my servant. Our way, we hit where no others invite death so efficiently. That
I won't commit to this yet.
발명가. 베릭의 전문화가 뭐야? 베릭은 전문화가 왜 없니? 내가 스킬을 안 찍어줘서 그런가? 그러면 잠깐만요. 이게 아티피셔예요? 서부진입로 올드 프리즌 로드 우두머리 킬백에게서 척추 그 기뜬 걔인가?
Waiting. Storms are not inclined to wait.
What?
The tempest leaps.
What do you
I mean,
like?
but it makes a mess, Inquisitor.
Is your name?
Should Tempest let your enemies make those mistakes and pay the price?
I'm not signing on as a Tempest just yet.
그렇다면 뭘로 가야 되지? 고민되네. 그냥 이거 발명가 쪽으로 가면 돼요? 이게 그거예요? 아티피셜? 오케이, 알겠습니다. 서부진입로랑 그쪽으로 좀 가야겠네. 베일로망 39.
At your service.
그러면 서부진입로. 내가 서부진입로를 안 뚫었나 보네. 뚫어야겠다. 이쪽이었나? 서부진일로가?
I have something for you, Commander. The soldiers the Herald rescued from the Falomire arrived an hour ago.
Thank the Maker.
여기 있다.
We need good news.
Visitor, welcome to the Western Approach. We've sighted warden activity
이
to the
게임 연애
southwest,
게임 아닙니까?
but no one's been close enough to figure out what they're doing. Between the sandstorms and the vicious wildlife, we haven't made it far out here. One of my men got too close to a poison hot spring and gave me a slightly
아, 여기
delirious
용이
report
있었지.
of a high dragon flying overhead. In short, this might just be the worst
네,
place in
제가
the entire
커스텀한
world.
거예요.
Be careful out there.
Are you worried about me?
Someone has to be. And try not to die. I don't want to deliver that report to Skyhold. We intercepted a Venatori messenger and, persuaded him to give up the orders he was carrying. We have them here. This entire place. It just feels like something's not right. Be careful.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
See for yourself.
옷 잘 입는 아저씨가 누구죠? 이게 우두머리 기둥이 어딨더라. 기억이 안 나네. 일단 여기 좀 다닙시다. 서부진일로는 그 난이도 알맞은 곳이니까 싹싹싹 하나하나 긁어 모으죠. 니보스터 할아버지 아니에요? 뜨거. 네, 직업도 정할 수 있어요.
None of this should be here.
아이고. 더 없나? 스카이홀드에서 엘프풀 뿌리 심는 거 까먹음.
What happened here?